I know it's been a couple weeks. I'm sorry. I went on vacation and I got sick, and honestly, I've just been putting off recording the next video. But I'm back. Today, I want to talk about 10 productivity hacks, habits, whatever you want to call them, because they're not all exactly habits and they're not all exactly hacks, but I've got 10 basically PowerPoints to hit, and yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. So it's centered around productivity. So habit number 1 is just getting a good morning routine in. I know this is basic as hell. You've heard it a million times. I won't go too much into detail on why it's good for you. Obviously, it just starts your day off on a good start, gets you pumped up and ready, amped, all that fun stuff. Specific things on it. Number 1, assuming you have a nightstand that you put your phone on and your phone is your alarm, I put my water bottle on the nightstand between me and my phone so that I have something between me and my phone when I wake up in the morning. I don't just grab my phone and start scrolling through whatever or doing anything on it, replying to text messages, whatever. I try and drink 12 to 16 ounces of water each morning when I wake up, so I've got my water bottle there to remind me to do that. And I wake up, I turn my alarm off if I have one set. A lot of the time, actually, I have a light bulb that turns on at an automatic time that I wake up to most mornings. Highly recommend that, by the way. Much nicer way to wake up. But I wake up to that. If I have my alarm set, I turn my alarm off. I drink my 16 ounces of, I sit up immediately as fast as I can bring myself to. I drink my 12, 16 ounces of water. It's a 32-ounce water bottle. I just chug what I feel like is about half of it. And then I get up and do 50 push-ups immediately. After that, I go to the bathroom, then go out and take a walk or a jog, run, depends on the day. I'm not big into endurance or stuff or anything like that yet. I don't have the discipline for it. I'm working on it. But I get outside for 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes as soon as I can in the day, get all the daylight in. And then I either take a cold shower or go out back and do cold plunge then. And that's just an amazing way to start off your day. I also do, if I do cold plunge, I do another 50 push-ups after that. So that's in the first hour of my day, 100 push-ups knocked out. I highly recommend the 50 push-ups or 25, 10, 15, however many push-ups you can do. Just get up out of bed immediately and get down and do as many push-ups as you can bring yourself to do. For me, a lot of mornings not even 50. When you wake up, you're all tense and everything, and after like 5 push-ups, you want to stop. So I can't bring myself to do the whole 50 most of the time. But it is an amazing way to start your day, and it is an amazing way to train discipline. Same thing with the cold shower. I would recommend getting outside as soon as you can, getting in high amounts of light. Artificial light works too, just not as well. So if you can get out in sunlight as soon as possible after you wake up for 2 to 10 minutes, preferably obviously more towards 10, that is very beneficial for both testosterone and sleep, and better sleep leads to higher testosterone levels. So really good for your testosterone. Just as soon as you can in the mornings, get outside 2 to 10 minutes of as much light as possible. That's basically my whole morning routine. I don't really eat breakfast as part of my morning routine. I eat it at some point during all of that. I don't have a set routine and order I do everything in. I try and get outside as soon as possible. Sometimes I have to go to the bathroom first, sometimes not. But every morning or every night, I suppose, I put my water bottle between me and my phone on the nightstand, so that's between me and my phone, something to, like a barrier, a block. Number 2 is prioritizing your tasks for the day. Prioritize them between important and urgent. So I honestly can't come up with any examples. If you watched my last video, important would be any task relative to your 3 goals, and urgent is something that might come up at the time, or if you've got a job or something that might not be relevant to your goals, but it's something that is urgent that needs to be done. Bad examples, I know, but I would also highly recommend setting aside 4 hours for each of your 3 goals each day. It's a quarter of your day. If I got my math right, that's a quarter of your day. Plus, you've got 4 hours of just whatever you want to do, wasting time, eating, bathroom breaks, showers, etc. I mean, for me, that's 4 hours of working out, 4 hours of reading, writing script, recording, and 4 hours again of just reading and researching for these videos. Those are my biggest things. My 3 goals that I have written down right behind the camera here on the wall is just look built, look muscular, put on muscle. Obviously, I'm a pretty small frame right now. Read 10 books by December. Pretty small goal. I've already knocked out 4 in the past month. But that was the part of the exercise. Set your goals low so that you can definitely achieve them. And my 3rd goal is to have 100 subs by then. So the books contribute to that, as well as reading podcasts and everything, so that I can give you information in these videos. That's part of my... It's not currently a job, obviously. I'm not making any money off of this, but excuse me. But that's part of my one of my 3 goals, but part of my passion. I just want to share information with you, and if I can help even one person through these videos, then that would just be amazing. Number 3 is to install extensions on your laptop, computer, whatever, to block certain things on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, if you use any of these for your business or whatever you're trying to do. If it's relevant to your job, your form of work and payment, like for me, YouTube is, I'm not making money off of it yet, but I do need to be on YouTube. But you can install on your computer, which is all you need to be on social media on. Even if you're doing something like TikTok, you don't need to have that on your phone. You can access it on your computer, and you can install extensions to block certain things. Like on YouTube, you can install extensions to block a home trending feed, whatever, to where you can only see your subscriptions. You can download extensions to block you from viewing certain areas of YouTube Studios, so that if you're a relatively big content creator and you like to look at that stuff, gets you down, whatever, you don't look at it. And you can also, these are 3 examples, but you can also download an extension, I forget what it's called, but it blocks thumbnails, it blurs out thumbnails, or blacks them out entirely. I believe you can choose between a few different options of how much you want to hide them. So installing extensions for blocking as much as possible of social media on your computer, and obviously deleting as much of it as possible on your phone. You really don't need most of it on your phone. I still have YouTube because I like to listen to podcasts and whatnot that are on YouTube as I'm driving, going about my day and whatnot, so I do still have YouTube on my phone for that. But that's about it. I've deleted pretty much every other form of social media from my phone. And that's one of the most instantly noticeable differences that I've ever changed. You hate it for about the first day or 2, and then after 3-4 days, you don't ever want to go back. You just have to break away from it, and you feel so much better. Number 4 is plan the day ahead. So the night before, or each night. Set aside 15 minutes or so and just go on your Google Calendar or whatever the Apple equivalent is. Yes, I'm a Samsung user. Maybe use Google Calendars on that too, I don't know. But go on your calendar app and just blot out times as much as possible throughout the day for what you do. For me, I've got a time blotted out for my morning routine, 2 hours or so in the morning. I've got 2 to 4 hours blotted, or plus more than that a lot of the time, for reading. I've got some time set aside for recording, and you can go on and on until you've got a full military routine schedule with your whole day just completely filled out in timestamps. It's very difficult to stick to, but it is very, very beneficial if you can. Number 5 is clean and organize your living space. So, doesn't matter if it's apartment, if you're literally living in your car, if it's your whole house, 2-story, it doesn't matter. Clean up your bedroom at the very least. Wherever the place you sleep is, wherever the last place you're going to see each day, that first thing you're going to see each day when you wake up, and where you're going to be spending most of your time. I'm not a psychologist. I can't put into words at least all of the specific benefits that it gives you, but having everything clean, picked up, and organized, having your space be open, it almost opens your mind as well. At least for me personally, it helps creativity flow and just overall productivity. Number 6 is do 25 to 50 push-ups, however many you can do, every time you catch yourself scrolling, being lazy, etc. This is something that I've very recently implemented, and by very recently I mean today. But I've already seen benefits from it. Maybe it won't stick. I like the idea. I figured I'd throw it in here. And so far today, I've caught myself scrolling through YouTube Shorts or whatever a couple of times, and every time I'd have to do 25 to 50 push-ups. For me, it's 50 push-ups, because I can do 50 push-ups. If you can't, do 25, do 15, do 10, however many you can do. Anytime you catch yourself scrolling through TikTok, or even if your phone's not with you and you're just sitting there on the couch doing nothing, every time you catch yourself doing that and have the conscious thought, get down and do as many push-ups as you can. Number 7, understand what gives you mental and physical energy and what takes it away. So, if I can walk you through the morning routine again, I wake up and I reach to turn my alarm off if it's set, and then I see the water bottle there, and it takes a little bit of mental energy away to force myself to sit up and drink the water, and then more mental energy and a lot of physical energy to do the 50 push-ups when I wake up. It takes a lot of mental energy to get me to get into the cold plunge or the cold shower. But there's also things that replenish it, like the cold plunge or cold shower. They replenish a lot of physical energy. Obviously, you're really cold. It gives you, the cold plunge especially, because I've got that down to 45 degrees currently. Cold plunge especially gives you an adrenaline rush, so obviously it gives you a lot of physical energy, and I found that even when the adrenaline rush wears off, the physical energy, obviously the adrenaline's gone, but the physical energy is still boosted. It's elevated beyond what it normally would have been. Drinking coffee obviously gives you more mental and physical energy. Meditating, I found a lot of times, helps me replenish mental energy, thought points, if you would like to call them that. There's things that take away mental and physical energy and things that give you mental and physical energy, and it can get complicated at times. Like the cold plunge takes away a lot of mental energy to work myself up to get in it, but it replenishes a lot of physical energy, and it also replenishes some mental energy as well. because I feel very accomplished after doing that every day, because it's something I have to work myself up to every day, but I still do it every day. And so it's something I'm proud of, something I've accomplished every day, and that gives me a little bit of mental energy back. Also, working out generally depletes mental energy as well. Some obviously depletes physical energy a lot, but it depletes mental energy, can deplete mental energy quite a bit as well, as it just takes an amount of willpower to get yourself to actually go till failure, stuff like that. It depletes mental energy as well. So you've got to understand how that balance works, what will replenish your mental and physical energy, so that you can, in creating your plan for the day on the calendar, as we just talked about, you can time things to where you get up and you do the drink your water and 50 push-ups and cold shower, cold plunge, whatever, and just those 3 things, your mental energy is really exhausted now. So come back and meditate for 5, 10, 20 minutes, however long you can meditate for, and that rejuvenates a lot of the mental energy I've found. Obviously, sleeping is what's going to rejuvenate everything the most. It resets your whole day. But just getting this basic understanding of the fact that you kind of have these 2 energies, and some things deplete them and some things replenish them, obviously in varying amounts. Just thinking about that as you go throughout your day, I've found to be very beneficial. Number 8, leave your phone in another room while you're working. Don't think I need to go into depth on this much. A lot of people talk about it. It's very beneficial to just not have the distractions there. Me personally, I keep my phone in the room with me a lot, but that's simply because I've disabled all notifications except for my calendar app. It is the only app that gives me any notifications, so I still get phone calls and notifications from my calendar app, which is telling me that it's time to stop work. It only gives me notifications 5 minutes before I'm done working, telling me that it's 5 minutes till I need to be done working and go do the next task for the day. So I keep my phone with me, but that's because I've minimalized the distractions. It really doesn't distract me. I still put it out of sight when I'm working. I put it behind me, off to my side somewhere where it's not in sight, and not temptation necessarily is there, but for lack of a better word, temptation. Number 9, wake up early or go to bed late. So I'm about to implement this. I haven't actually yet, but I have in the past. And I tried changing it for various reasons, just testing out different routines, seeing what works best for me. And I found that I like to wake up very early. 4 a.m. is what I'm probably about to start waking up at, because it's nothing excuse me, it's not necessarily about being up before anyone else like Mike Tyson and whatnot, can't think of the phrase. A lot of people like to speak of the fact that it makes you feel powerful because you're up before anyone else is. I don't really care about that, but having 2-3 hours to myself where no one else is up interrupting me doing anything, especially in the morning for me, is absolutely amazing. That is by far the most productive time of my day. And I think that for some people that works better if you're staying up late, if you're staying up till 4 a.m. maybe, but just make sure that you have a consistent sleep schedule. You're sleeping 8 hours. Your quality of sleep is how you can get it. I'll have an entire another video on quality of sleep. And make sure that you are getting at least 2 to 4 hours each day where everyone else is asleep, whether that's you waking up before anyone else does or you going to bed much later than everyone else does. Make sure that you have 2 to 4 hours every day where you are the only person up, you don't have anyone to talk to, and you just get stuff done. Number 10, I've been doing this a lot recently, is call yourself out on fake productivity. I have probably about 27 scripts for videos here that I've been working on for days, weeks, and as you know, this is my second video that I've uploaded that I've ever made, even. So there's a lot of fake productivity. You need to see that and call yourself out on it and actually get stuff done, get the important stuff done. For me, it's stop reading and researching infinitely on a subject until you feel that you've completely gotten everything you can possibly know about the subject. Obviously, I still like to research subjects. I still do, even after I make a video about it. I'll probably make videos in the future. I'll definitely make videos in the future on most of the stuff I speak about now with more information and maybe different opinions and beliefs. I'm 17. I'm still learning. Stuff changes. But my ideas, I believe, are not destructive at the very least. And I think at the very least, even if they're not the best ideas out there, they can still help some people. And that's my end goal in life. So for me, that fake productivity, working towards my YouTube channel, is reading, researching, listening to podcasts, writing stuff down, writing scripts, customizing the YouTube channel, trying to figure out how the algorithm works, editing and all this. The one thing that I need to be doing more is just getting in front of the camera and recording, talking to the camera, and uploading the videos. That's, at the end of the day, if I can only spend 2 hours each day doing something to work towards my end goal with my business, I suppose you could call it, is if I could only do 2 hours each week even working towards it, it would be recording, because without the recordings, nothing happens. So figure out what that is for your business. And this doesn't just apply to your work either. This applies to fitness and diet and everything in self-improvement. There's stuff in every realm, I guarantee it, because I've seen it a lot myself. Can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I've seen a lot myself, that in every realm there's fake productivity going on. And you need to see that and call yourself out on it. Those are the 10 PowerPoints for increased productivity. Those are some of the things that have helped me the most. I'll have other videos coming out on discipline and sleep schedule, and increasing testosterone is a subject that I'm looking into a lot right now, so I'll probably have a video on that soon. Other than that, have a great one, and someone forces you to go 1 mile, go within the second with a smile printed on your face.